And thanks for staying with us on SWOTWatch. Very helpful insight into the bird's nest and, of course, swiftlet farming right here in Malaysia. In the studio with me is Dato Sri Dr. Abdullah Fazil Chitwan, who is Executive Chairman of Swiftlet Eco Group of Companies, Eco Park Group of Companies. Thank you so much, Dato, for joining us in our studio.
Thank you.
I remember very much when you were in the cabinet and we used to interview you about all foreign matters, and this time you're in our studio to talk about this latest business venture that you are into. Since when, Dato?
Oh, it was about, say, 5 years ago when we do other projects. Namely, we started off with doing the shrimp farming in Manjung, Perak, Lumut. And then when we visited the place, the pond in the area, we saw a lot of blackbirds flying over all in the air. So we thought that, look, this must be the birds that produce the bird nest, you know. Sure it was, you know. So we became so interested and so convinced that this is a big industry, because the swiftlet bird nest has been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah, in Indonesia, it's been there for 100 over years.
A long time, and they don't give much problem. They have no diseases, touch wood, like other birds, you know, all the bird flu and all that. They're free from that because they are on their own. They always fly. They don't land anywhere because they cannot land because they're very little feet there. They can only cling to a soft material to just anchor themselves. And there's many things about this bird which are quite different from other birds. Anyway, so when we did see that something has not been done in this country or anywhere else in the world,
and that it's very valuable.
Very valuable. Of course, that these birds are only available within this region and nowhere else. So it could be a monopoly, definitely. But then, why aren't the government? Indonesia, they are the biggest starter, and they are the biggest contributor to this product. Not do anything.
Perhaps the government does not understand the value of the business and, of course, the life of the bird.
Exactly. Same thing with Malaysia, and so was Thailand. Nobody. So we thought, why don't we do something about it? So me and my friend started to look into it, do a lot of research, talk to many people, get the institution of bird nest farmers also involved to let us know how to the experience. So after a while, we managed to get a paper ready and went to the Ministry of Agriculture via the veterinary department. And then it was a ding-dong hell, ding-dong sort of a situation.
Back and forth
to get them, that whole thing. They were very, very helpful because they don't want to know how to get this thing legalized. Because the government has lost millions, perhaps, over the years, since 25 years.
So over the years, if you're saying that Malaysia has been in this business for 25 years, it's been done illegally?
Illegally, all the way. So the government lost revenue. Whereas if they had properly legalized it, they would be getting a lot of money.
So you managed to get it legalized?
Yes. We were very lucky because, and we were very, very focused. We were very, very certain that since nobody has done it, we must do it. And luckily, we had good support from the ministry. So we got it after about a year and a half.
And when did it actually start?
When we started that, we had to develop a pilot project, which did this was in Manjung district because that's the best place for Perak.
Was that back in 2000? Back in 2000, yeah.
No,
or
no,
even
2005 then,
2005.
in about 2007 maybe. All right. So that's the best place for a bird nest. There are at the time about few thousands of houses already there. So when we wanted to do this pilot project that we didn't want to fail, we had to go around and see about 15 different sites within the district of Manjung. So we picked one in Segari, where we thought would be the best, and it doesn't involve the closeness to the or to the mainstream people, not near the housing development, not in the town.
All right. So how many locations do you have now?
Now, in there alone, we have about, it's a pilot project, there are 3 types of building. One, 3-story link houses, some 26 in number. And then we have semi-D, another 10. And then we have a bungalow, another 8. But we have not started with the bungalow yet.
Right.
We may want to do all link, better money, okay, because too big, you know. And these 2 projects, the link 1 and the semi-D, was sold all within a month, 26 and 10 there.
And speaking of selling, are you talking about the interest scheme that you have introduced?
This is the upstream one.
Upstream?
The houses for the bird nest. The houses are not cheap, firstly, because we must give the bird the best possible residence, so that they will be able to have more nest, and they may be even better if we give them proper treatment. So the houses are specially built for the birds, and the whole group of houses are all under scrutiny. We have CCTV.
I understand you only hold the key to that lock.
Yeah.
To the birds.
Nobody else.
Very precious.
And also guards controlling the whole places, because there are a lot of treasure inside there. So this goes on, and when we went to the government again, when they then came to the place and check, and they give us the rights to be the leader or the first one to be approved by the government to start.
We saw that signing actually, and it was carried by the press. It's also still in the internet, and there was also a very interesting feature, which is the interest scheme, and that started for the first time, in fact, first of its kind, by Swiftlet Eco Park. Care to tell us briefly about that?
Sure. That also we learned much later. When we just building the upstream part on the houses only. We thought if we sell all, what are we going to do after that with the birds, no? So we heard about this interest scheme. Okay, it was given first to one company called Country Heights Group of Company under Tan Lee Kim Yew. He was the first one to get this license, but he used oil palm for his product. Secondly, there's one Australian company also get the same license, also on oil palm product. But we are the first one to propose to have the bird nest product to get the government to allow us to give us the license, this interest scheme license. And again, after almost a year, finally we got it.
Right.
So I remember we first started selling this issue one day before Hari Raya last year.
How has the response been so far?
Tremendous. Tremendous.
How many investors so far?
I can't count yet. But not only that, we also have very strong corporate clients. For instance, we have signed an agreement a couple of months back with Nirvana, the one who do the graveyard and all that.
The memorial parks.
Yeah. They've invested 50,000.
Yeah. Now, we were mentioning, Dr. Sri, about illegally run, Swiftlet parks, so to speak. And with all that, which has been in operation for about 25 years,